What's up, comic fans? This is Mark, and this is another Comic Craze review for the last week of May of 2010. I have 5 books that I'm going to be talking about in this video, at least. For the rest of the comics, I bought like Green Lantern Corps number 48, as well as Generation Lost number 2. You can find those on my website as run reviews when you go to comiccrazereviews.webs.com. So check that out if you want to know my thoughts on those books. But let's begin with an indie book this week. Boondock Saints number 1. I love Boondock Saints. It's my favorite movie. At least the first one was. And I may be a fanboy on rating this, but I don't care. I think this is pretty cool. Mixing two things. I love Boondock Saints as well as comic books. It's a really good fit. Now, the one thing that this suffers from is continuity. I don't know where this is set in. Is it after Boondock Saints 1? Is it during 2? I don't know. But overall, good artwork, good dialogue. I really liked it. If you're a fan of Boondock Saints, you should totally pick this up. It is $3.99 though, so I have to give this a 7 out of 10. Thunderbolts, number 144. This is the beginning of a new era, I guess. Well, the heroic age for the Thunderbolts, and it's a new team. I love the new members. I love not Nick Cage. Thinking of Kick-Ass. Luke Cage as the leader, and overall this is a solid book for what it is, and it's a team building book. Not a lot of action, it's just giving you the information you need to know. Who's going to be in it, who's going to get along, who's probably not going to get along, but overall a really solid read. I have to give this a 9 out of 10. It was really good. Return of Bruce Wayne number 2. Issue 1 was a 7.5 out of 10. The reason why is we finally get to see Bruce Wayne in DC continuity ever since Final Crisis number 7. That's been a year and a half. And the artwork was pretty good. Now the nostalgic factor of Bruce Wayne back in the universe has been settled in my mind. We get this. And we don't get good artwork. We actually get the worst artwork I have seen in a DC comic ever. I hate this. I really fucking hate this book. And the thing that hurts me the most is it's $3.99. And unlike other $3.99 books where at least you get a solid story or solid concept that you get something out of this, I got nothing. I was bored. It was choppy. I guess Grant Morrison can't write Bruce Wayne because he's never done it right yet. He can do Dick Grayson Batman really good, but he can't do Bruce Wayne, I guess. I'm never going to buy this series again. And if I do, it's only to review it for you guys. But I shit you not, I'm giving this a 3 out of 10. What a piece of fucking shit. This is horrible. Horrible. Let's talk about a book that shocked the hell out of me on how good it was. This is Gotham City Sirens number 12. I've said countless times, I like this series. It's like the Charlie's Angels of DC Comics. But they introduced something that I've been waiting for a while. The introduction, at least to the title that I'm talking about, Gotham City Sirens, of Catwoman's sister, Selena Kyle's sister, which last we saw was in, what was it? Blackest Night, Catwoman, that tie-in. We had an interesting story on how crazy Selena Kyle's sister was, and she just escaped. We didn't see anything with her after that, and we finally get to see her in this, and it's jumped right in the middle of the story, and what she does, it's a humongous what the fuck moment, and it changes the entire tempo of the title. If you're not reading Gotham City Sirens because you think it's a chickie book, you know what, you're freaking wrong, because this is a great read. This is probably the best single issue I have read of Gotham City Sirens, and I gotta say, fuck yeah. I have to give this a solid 8.5 out of 10. Now for the comic of the week, Green Lantern number 54. 3 reasons why this is the comic of the week. 1, Jeff Johns is awesome. He's awesome. He gives you enough where you want more, and I don't know why, but Jeff Johns, in my opinion, has never ever made a really bad Green Lantern story. He's made, I mean, the worst one I could think off the top of my head was probably, Agent Orange. And Agent Orange wasn't bad. It was just different, pacing-wise. But other than that, Jeff Johns has been solid. Now, the artwork in here is fucking awesome. Doug Mackey, this is the best artwork I've ever seen him on this title. And I gotta say, I love how he draws Hal Jordan, especially when he's lifting up the lantern. The big reason why, though, that this comic is the comic of the week is finally I figured out something that I could share with you guys. You could read Green Lantern by itself now. You don't need to buy 3 other comics to know what's going on. It's a separate comic once again. Ever since the beginning of Blackest Night, we couldn't buy just Green Lantern and know what was going on. We finally get this opportunity now, and I'm excited because now I could tell people to buy Green Lantern and they don't have to buy more comics to get it. Atrocitus, by the way, best drawn Atrocitus I've ever seen, and Dexter is the man. I have to give this a 9.5 out of 10. Comic of the week, running for comic of the month. Very solid issue. Now, if you want to know what the comic of the month is, you're going to have to wait until the end of the month and find out on comiccrazyreviews.webs.com. You could check out my run reviews, just like Green Lantern Corps and Generation Lost will be on this week, as well as Blue Gown's run reviews, Boxing Type X's toy reviews, and much, much more. And subscribe to the channel, please. And like always, I'll see you next week. It's going to be a very, very weak. Weakness. Not a lot of comics are coming out. So, it's going to be a lighter week. But, hell, I'm going to still do this for you guys. So until next time, guys, peace out and keep reading those comics.